Hi everyone. Today my video consists of talking to the women of God about being a Proverbs 31 woman. If the men want to listen in, that's fine too. I'll take any takers and when it deals with God's word. Um, Being a Proverbs 31 woman is somebody who's a hard working woman. Somebody who really loves God for who he is, really cherishes that he is the risen Christ, that he died on the cross for us. A Proverbs 31 woman will definitely pray for her man in earnest, with all diligence, with all goodness of their heart. She will pray for him morning, noon, and night. Will rise in the morning if God tells her to pray. And when God wakes you up in the morning, like 3 or 4 o'clock, that's when you're really supposed to pray to God. That's the best time to pray to God. That's the best time to command your morning and to break down principalities and wicked powers of all the evil imaginations is in the morning time like that, because that's when the spiritual realm is really getting open and getting started. Is in the morning. Somebody didn't know that, so I just give you that little bit of revelation. God has woken me up before in the morning around 3, 4, 5 in the morning and told me to pray and seek him, get on my face. I've laid prostrate before the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. It's a beautiful thing. I'm waiting for my Proverbs 31 man. I do know who my husband is. I don't hear God telling me that it's okay for me to reveal who my husband is. Most people at my age probably don't know who their mate is, their soulmate. Some people think they know who their soulmate is, but let me tell you, it's a lot of people that's married to the wrong person that they're not supposed to be married to. They can get mad all they want to. A lot of people was not supposed to get married to that person. They married them because they had a large reproductive organ. Come on, I'm gonna preach today, saints. I'm gonna preach today, women of God. They married them because they had money. They had a nice car. They got a big house. They got money in the bank. They got stocks and bonds. They have great sex. And look, they ain't supposed to know that they got great sex until marriage. Now they knew that they had great sex because they had sex with that person prior to getting married. Y'all don't want to speak to me today. And the devil is after the women of God. The devil is after the women of God in the church because we're emotional creatures. We're emotional beings. We feed off our emotions. Here's a little revelation for some people. Men are depositors. When you have sex with a man, they deposit their seed in us. So women are carriers. So we really relish on that emotional soul tie for a long time. We're emotional. They deposit the seed in our womb, and we have that deposit for a long time. I'm still pure. I'm still a virgin. Being 22, it takes a lot. Of course, I have desires just like any other woman, but it's really more than that. It's really being fit for my king, which is my husband, on our wedding night, and also being fit for Jesus. I'm sure I'm beautiful in his sight for waiting this long. It is a long time. It is a long time. Some people will say, "This girl, you crazy." This is a long time. It is a long time to wait. I think that night will be special. Of course, why wouldn't I wait? I got psyched out and scared though when I was little because a preacher who I was under the leadership of, Pastor Larry J. Dennison, was talking about soul ties, about how young girls ain't supposed to be having sex and stuff. So that really creeped me out the way the Lord was just using him. He was really anointed under the word that day. And it just really creeped me out. So I always promised myself I was going to wait until I got married. And that's what I've been doing. I guess you could call me somebody who's striving to be a Proverbs 31 woman every day if I waited this long. Waiting is a beautiful thing to me. It's a great process. You get to grow in the Lord. When you seek his face, it gives you revelation. You need to read the chapter, the Proverbs 31 woman, which is in the book of Proverbs, and it's chapter 31. That's why we call it a Proverbs 31 woman. And you just need to wait for your Proverbs 31 man. I know a lot of you probably haven't even heard of a such thing called the Proverbs 31 man. They do exist out there. There are men that are waiting on the Proverbs 31 woman that want them to cook, clean for them. Come on, be a housewife. Come on. Don't be one of these new modern wives that don't do nothing and want to be lazy. There's some women out there that's lazy and don't want to do nothing. So just be a Proverbs 31 woman, cook, clean for your man, and love him unconditionally, and just cherish him and know that he's a gift. Remember what I said, that fornication, God frowns upon fornication. Is illegal in the spiritual realm. You definitely want to stray away. You want to run and flee from that. Men are depositors. They deposit the seed in the womb. The women are the carriers of the child and the carriers of a soul tie, just like with the man. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that men still, when they have fornication outside of marriage, they have a soul tie. But I'm pretty sure with the woman, the soul tie is a little bit more strong because we carry the seed. You understand? So when they get deposit the seed in us, they're losing their strength. The women are receptors. We receive it. You understand what I'm saying? So we receive that deposit of the seed. So that's revelation. It's a little deep for somebody, but it's not too deep. But just know that when you're carrying that seed, that sperm is something serious. You're carrying that soul tie. And you have to harbor that soul tie for, I think it's like 5 or 10 years to break a soul tie unless you really fast and you pray to get that spirit off of you. It's something very serious. I'm serious about 10 years. So I know this because I studied the word and I do my research. I wouldn't tell you anything wrong. You can validate it for yourself by researching it yourself on the internet. Just be careful. Proverbs 31 woman. Study the book of Proverbs, chapter 31. I'll read you a little bit of it. It says Proverbs 31. And the good thing about Proverbs 31, it was actually like induced by a woman. King Lemuel's mother told him about what the Proverbs 31 woman would be. Why wouldn't God have a woman tell her son about what a good woman would be? So of course it was told by a Proverbs 31 woman, the story. So I'm going to read some Proverbs 31 chapter 6. I'll read down the 14th verse. It says, give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. Open thy mouth for the dumb, and the cause of all such as are appointed to destruction. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. Who can fight a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Her valor or worth, that's what she's talking about. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. He has no need or desire for anything you want. So that's what that means. She would do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. She's a hard worker. Remember, I was saying that, be a hard worker. She is like the merchant ship. She bringeth her food from afar. She'll go, basically when it says that she's like the merchant ship, she bringing her food from afar. She'll go above and beyond the cost of duty, going all out of her way on a limb just to do and bring food into the household, bringing income. Basically, that's the other standards of the day. The Lord really had to give me what that meant to y'all. So I thank God for that, because I've read it before and I never really got it. I just got it there. She goes out on a limb for her household to bring income and food into the house. That's what that basically means. So being a Proverbs 31 woman, it's a lot of work. It's not being a Proverbs 31 girl. Being a Proverbs 31 teenager is being a woman. Come on, being a rib, a true rib to a man. Bringing that meat, that rib that he has to uphold him. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot of work. It's hard work. You bring in food from afar, like the book says, and you're just doing a lot to really help the household out. You're not nagging him. You're not making crazy and insane illustrations about you need Chanel slippers and shoes. If you all can afford Chanel slippers and shoes, get Chanel slippers and shoes. I'm sure that men don't mind spoiling their women, but the major things have to be done. You have to bring into the storehouse every month the first fruits of all your income, your increase, which is of course money. Nowadays we don't bring offerings of sheep and lamb and goats anymore. It's your money. You tithe your worship. You tithe your time to God. There's a lot more to being a Proverbs 31 woman than Chanel slippers and shoes and Prada bags and Burberry and all this. And I love all those expensive things and everything. Right now I don't have expensive earrings in, they're fake, but I love expensive things. I'm a woman. I love perfumes. I love nice slippers and everything. So it's more to that. A woman is a woman. She's mature, she's grown, and she's highly favored in God. She loves her husband, she loves God. So I just wanted to talk to the women about the Proverbs 31 woman. And I'll be back with more videos for you all. God bless, and I love you all.